providing the tools for veterans to get online and better their lives. Hello, I'm Yolanda Vasquez, and welcome to Comcast NewsMakers. Joining me now in the studio is Mark Casper. He is the Executive Director of Tech for Troops. Mark, it's a pleasure to welcome you here to our studio.
And thank you for having me.
So let's talk a little bit more about your organization. It was first founded back in 2014.
Yes.
Interestingly enough, you had a company and you really loved the work that they were doing so much you came on board. But tell me a little bit more about the basic premise of Tech for Troops.
The basic premise is that we want to be able to help veterans across the nation bridge the digital divide, to be able to use the tool of a computer for free, so they can apply for a job, create a resume, stay in touch with family and friends. So that is the basic premise: is refurbishing computers and giving them to veterans for free.
It's interesting because just talking with you in the short amount of time we've been here, I didn't realize this was an issue.
It is an extreme issue. Last year we gave out 750 computers around the nation, and nobody knows about us. That was even more amazing to me, is that this year we're up in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. We gave out 100 computers over 4th of July. We're probably, and I don't have exact numbers, probably around 500 already this year. And that's going to be less than last year because we instituted a basic computer literacy program. So we have to teach the veterans how to use the computer before we give it to them.
Let's talk a little bit more about that. The classes, how often do they happen, where? And tell me a little bit more about the participation. And you were saying to me, it's as basic as how to turn the computer on.
It is as basic as that. I had a phone call from a vet a couple of weeks ago who received one. We shipped one to him. We have to assume that they know how to use it, but he didn't, and he didn't know how to plug it in, which really brings us to the forefront of the basic computer literacy. We do it every week down in Richmond, Virginia, at our location from 12:30 to 3 every Tuesday.
And you'll even travel, as we see in this photo, right?
And we do. Actually, that is a picture of not all my class, but the class I had in Martinsburg, West Virginia, and I did it in, like I said, Wisconsin as well, over 4th of July for 100 vets up there.
Let's talk about the other aspect of this, which is the e-waste and recycling, because it's like, what do you do with all those computers afterwards, right?
Yeah, so we receive a lot of older equipment,
okay.
And what we want to do is, I'm now a grandfather, I want to be able to save the environment for the future generations, and at this time we've recycled probably, or a little more than 225 tons in about 4 years.
Yeah.
Kept it out of the landfill, and put it back into circulation.
A lot of people don't realize how important that is.
It is.
I want to talk about this event that you have coming up in November. It's the second year you're doing this.
Yeah. It's called Hack for Troops.
Okay.
The Cisco Networking Academy out of Chesterfield approached us, the students did, and said, we want to have a fundraising event for you. And last year we had 70 competitors. We did pretty well on the fundraising event, on the fundraising side, I should say. But this year we're probably going to have somewhere close to 150 competitors.
Tell us when and where it'll take place for folks who'd like to come on out.
Saturday, November 17th.
Okay.
The doors open at 9 for competitors. We'll start at 10. And it'll go till about 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and it's down in Chesterfield at 13900 Hull Street, Midlothian, Virginia. And if you look for any more information, you can go to techfortroops.org, go to our calendar and then events, and students play for free.
Okay.
If you have a valid student ID, I don't care if you're at VCU or you're a middle schooler, students play for free.
But you're giving away some money at the end, right?
We do. We're actually giving $1,000 away for scholarship to the student who is the best. So the student team, that winning team, will probably pick the student who really knocked everybody's socks off.
Yeah, Mark, wonderful work that you and your organization is doing. Thank you so much for coming in. We really appreciate your time, and thank you once again for
Thanks for having me.
We appreciate it. And that'll do it for this edition of Comcast Newsmakers. I'm Yolanda Vasquez. Thanks for watching, everybody. We will see you again soon.